Why are poker influencers so goddamn cringy? That and much more to talk about on today's episode of Poker News with Closer Bro. Thank you everyone for coming to today's episode. There's so much to talk about and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. But first, do me a favor by clicking the like button down below and commenting as well. Quickly to mention, we will be announcing the first giveaway winner at the end of the video. So stick tuned all the way through the end and maybe you have a shot of winning 250 of the $1,000 we're giving away. Anyways, getting back to today's topic, there is so much to break down. As you guys have probably seen, poker content on Instagram and short form social media in general is really taking quite the turn. From what we are accustomed to seeing, Poker Night After Dark, Poker Night in America, WSOP, WPT, and more recently, poker vlogs. All of those forms of media have kind of fallen by the wayside, I believe is how you say that, as there is a whole new influx of social media content creators, specifically influencers in the poker space. Yeah, I'm talking about a lot of individuals, but specifically for this topic, we're talking about Abby. I will preface what I'm saying next as everything is my own opinion and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'll do my best to never hate on anybody or judge anyone. I could really just give two shits. I'm just going to give my input where I think it's fit. Abby is a huge benefit to the poker world, and we'll talk about why and a bunch of different reasons, but we'll start off with the easiest. She just doesn't look like a lot of the regular people in poker, as weird as that sounds. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but she is going to do a really good job of bridging the gap. And I'll also put in this like Wolfgang, Sethi Poker, Real Casino King. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of other people, but there's a bunch of people that are just doing poker content in a different way. And it's funny because it's not that different from what is traditional short form content media, but it's different from what we're used to seeing on poker content, social media, if that makes sense. We're used to seeing, like I said, these old-timey shows, really well-produced stuff, and personalities, oddly enough, but it seems like that has kind of gone away. In the last 10 to 15 some odd years, it seems like the personalities in poker have slowly started to die away. And there's this big influx of like headphones, glasses, and literally the opposite of personality. It's like they can't even give a read off with their jugular just beating out of their chest or whatever. You know, they're like wearing scarves and shit. I don't know. They look ridiculous. But hey, that's cool. You know, to each their own. They're going out there and there's a bunch of really tiny edges. And if they think that protects them, then fuck it. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't bother me. That's cool with me. But yeah, poker personalities in general, some of the most famous ones that we can think of, Sammy Farhat, Daniel Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth, a lot of these old school, Mike the Mouth, all of these old school, old-timey characters that we loved watching on television. Yeah, they still hold a very important place in poker, but I feel like personalities in general aren't the selling point as much as they used to be. Oddly enough, some of the biggest names in poker today are the biggest personalities in poker. Obviously, people like Phil Hellmuth are still around, D-Negs, but interesting newer individuals are people like Nick Airball. Whether you like him or hate him, I'm happy that I can admit that Nick is a friend of mine, but he is also quite brash and quite over the top. But if you hate him, if you love him, you want to see him. If you want to root for him to win or root for him to lose, it's irrelevant. But the fact is you're tuning in because he's brash and he's ridiculous and you either hate him or love him. And that's the point. Personalities in poker are really important because I feel like that at the end of the day is the only redeeming factor we have. Poker is a solo lone wolf sport. It's very difficult to root one person on. It's not like a team or anything. And that's what makes it a little more difficult. It's not the easiest spectator sport, and it's definitely not when everybody is, you know, it just looks, come on, man. That's just not easy to root for. It goes without being said. To tie this back into what we're talking about, Abby Poker has received quite a bit of backlash in recent memory because of a video she made. I won't link it down below, mostly because I think it's been just taken off the internet, but long story short, Abby makes kind of like what people are calling a cringy video, and that's kind of the nice way of putting it. Everyone's been super kind of mean and over the top online, but it's just a video that just kind of flopped. It just wasn't really that good. Didn't really serve a purpose in the sense of it was like a skit, but it wasn't really that funny. But I mean, it might have actually done a good job because it was so bad it was funny. But, you know, it is what it is. I have no bias towards Abby. I don't, dislike her as a person. I've met her a few times. She's wonderful and a huge benefit to the poker world. That goes without being said. But when you make as much content as she does, like, they're not all going to be freaking bangers. It just is what it is. So missed the mark on this video, no big deal. But the backlash and the scrutiny behind it was just so extreme. Look, I'll always admit this. When you click record, you edit a video and you post it to the world, there never goes a day without me thinking, I hope everybody loves this video. Like, I do want that to be the case, but I realize it. I signed up for this job. If you don't like what I put out, it is your right, it is your opinion. Like, whether it matters or doesn't, you have the right to tell me how you feel, and that's okay. If you don't love it, like, fuck it. I could really don't care that much what other people think, except for a couple of people that are important to me and I care about their opinion. But for the most part, like, you know, if I miss the bar, it is what it is. I'll hold myself accountable. At the end of the day, for all the people that are defending Abby, like, oh, everybody's so rude. Look, I'll never defend the people that are just over the top. Sexist remarks, being a misogynist, racist stuff. There's just a bunch of like over the top stuff that people can do just to social media, you know, influencers just in general that are over the top and inexcusable. But when you're just being like, when you're coming at somebody and critiquing them in a fair manner, like, it's just fair game. Like, it just is. And a lot of people are going way over, oh my God, everyone's picking on, it's just not like that. Like, you missed the bar, and that's okay. It's all right. And I think Abby did a wonderful job of putting out a tweet where she's just kind of owned it. She was just like, I'm not going to make everyone happy. Fuck it. Like, she didn't do the fuck it part, but that's like the vibe I got when I read it, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, come. Like, if you don't like it, it's cool. You know, if you do like it, that's cool too, but I'm just going to do my thing. I'm just going to hang in my lane and I'm just going to rock with it. And that's major props to that. She's pretty young from what I understand. And that's a pretty mature response, honestly. It's like, look, you're not going to make everyone happy. That's just the absolute truth of the situation. I can go out and cure cancer tomorrow and some freaking super loon is going to be like, oh, why'd you cure cancer? Like, God wanted them to die. Some nonsense like that, right? So at the end of the day, you can't make everyone happy. Do the best work that you can do. And just understand that we've put ourselves in this position as content creators, influencers, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, a brand ambassador. We've done this to ourselves. We've put ourselves in this situation. You've got to take the good with the bad. That's just how it goes. I've put out content before that's absolutely flopped, that's got either no views or did get views and everyone just hated on it. And like, I just live with the results. And I think Abby's done a great job of that. And there's a bunch of other social media content creators that are doing things a little different. And you know, props to them. They've carved out their own lane. They don't want to be poker vloggers. It just doesn't work for them. They want to be a personality in the poker space. And dude, props to you and props to them. I can always respect somebody that's in their bag, that's working hard. And I think a lot of you guys can as well. All right, I'm currently at the gym and we've recorded the video, but I forgot to mention something that I think is fairly important to mention. And that is that look at what poker stars and a lot of these poker sites have done. They've unloaded a bunch of their old grindery, kind of like lost in the old ways of poker ambassadorship slash advertising and done away with that almost completely. I mean, they've kept a couple personalities in there, but look at stars, man. They have a long-time relationship with was it Jamie Staples, his brother. A bunch of people got let go, and look at the people they're bringing on now. People that have content in a short form variety. You see Wolfgang working with them, obviously Abby's working with them. And that kind of just goes to show you that, look at the companies that have infinite money, that have so much money that have nothing to do with it, they rake you guys up in the butthole, right? For us, I should say. What are they doing with their money? They're reinvesting it into these poker short form content creators because they see the value in them. They see that for this game to continue to grow and to continue to evolve, that they need people like this. So I thought it'd be really important to mention that. And yeah, crazy to think that poker stars had all these super god poker pros, and now it's switched over where they got people that honestly are more like me, just average Joes that are more just poker personalities in the space. So yeah, good, bad, indifferent, I don't know. Interested to see what you know, but let's get back to the video. All that to be said, I'm a huge advocate for these social media influencers, as they may be referred to as. Yeah, I've named a couple already, but it goes without being said that these individuals are so important to the growth of poker. Without them, I think it's really difficult to bridge the gap, to to bring the people that are more on the casual side of gambling in general over to the poker side. Hopefully with these social media, specifically short form content in general, as it's the easiest way to get people involved, I think, or to get people kind of knowing about the game. It's just, to me, these people are so important. And the funny thing is, 6 years ago when I made my first poker vlog, everyone laughed at me then and said, this is super lame. Who the hell cares about this? Blah, blah, blah. Now everyone and their mom wants to be a poker vlogger. Granted, it's getting a little old now. I think I'm past my prime, and a lot of us that are poker vloggers are. But the point being, 5 years ago, they made fun of us then for making poker vlogs. And then it became the big fad, right? Everyone that's being made fun of for doing social media, specifically the short form content, poker stuff, or even outside of poker, is getting made fun of now. In 5 years, we're going to look back and everyone's going to want to be a short form content creator too. Like, it's just how this works. The individuals that I've named, and there's a bunch that I haven't named as well, are just ahead of the curve, and they're building themselves a brand within the space, and I give them major props. So whether you like it or hate it, the sad or happy news is they are here to stay. So, you know, be on the lookout, hate them or love them, love me, hate me. I could give two shits, and I'm sure they can give two shits too. So that's all I have to say about the subject. I hope you guys can hear me out and respect my opinion. And if you don't, the great part is we have the comment section, works as a forum down below. Let me know what you think and if you disagree or agree. I want to show you guys a couple little puppies over here though. I'm a puppy. Grandpa. What up, Leslie Jr.? This is my little baby. Put on puppies, get likes. One puppy should equivalent to 1,000 likes in the first day, first 24 hours. I think we can do it. Anyways, just want to give you guys a big thank you and a big shout out for enjoying and showing love on today's episode. We have 3 more giveaways of $250 to do, but the first one is going to come right about now. But again, big thank you to you guys. I love you so much. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I think that's all I have to say about the subject. Let's go into the giveaway. And oh, if you guys haven't already, make sure to click the link at the top of the description. You can play with me on Club GG. We've been putting a bunch of really fun games together. Even when I'm not around, people are blasting off, which is, you know, major props to you guys. We have every single stake that you can want to play and a bunch of tournaments every single day. So hop in there. I'll see you guys there. But for now, I've got to randomly select the first winner. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I think you can see the back of my head, but we're going to go ahead and find the first video that we're going to be doing the giveaway. Alrighty, this is the first video we're going to be taking a comment from. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this link. YouTube random comment picker. First site, comment picker. I've used this site before actually. Putting in the video link, filter duplicate users, 1 giveaway winner, get YouTube comments. Getting all the YouTube comments right now. Quite a few unique little guys there. Oh, here we go. These are all of the people here. I'm going to click start. Oh, shout out to this. There you go. So whoever this is, if you could message me on Instagram at close to broke and show me and prove to me that this is your thing, $250 is all yours. Pretty simple. Congratulations to the winners. And remember, don't be scared. We're still giving away $750 more. That's 3 more spins along 3 more videos for the rest of this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure to let me know what you think about this whole situation. But until next time, it's Close to Broke, and I'm out.